For years, I've had the belief that region difference was significant in higher elos, but not really in lower elos. In this video, I'll be exploring that topic. Last split, I ended Diamond 3 on both my top lane and jungle accounts, but I've really been struggling to get out of Emerald this split. Due to that frustration, I decided to do a challenge on the LAN region, just to relax and have a little bit of fun. I call it the Chowder Challenge as a joke because a member of my Discord, Chowder, often drops champions after 1 or 2 losses, so I thought I would call it that. But basically it's the Nuzlocke Challenge. There's some variations, but if you're not familiar with it, some allow 6 champions, some allow all champions. I went with all champions. And once you lose on that champion, you can't play it again. In my case, what made it the Chowder Challenge is I have to keep playing that champion if I win. I have to ride the winner's queue with that champion until I'm unable to play it again. It does not matter how the draft goes, unless my champion is banned, obviously, which only happened twice with Zed. So how did this challenge go? It took me a nice clean 50 games. I went 32 wins and 18 losses to reach Diamond on LAN. To clarify, on the LAN account, I had ended Diamond 4 in the last split, but as I said, my NA accounts were Diamond 3, so if anything, it should have been easier on the NA accounts if there's no region diff. My current thoughts on if region diff exists in low elo is yes, but it's not that significant, and there are some caveats on why it's not super obvious. Obviously, with my case, it's one anecdotal situation of a player playing in both regions. I don't have a large sample size of other people doing the same thing, so it can be kind of hard to tell. But even for my own case, it could be for a variety of different reasons. It could actually be region diff, but it could be I had a fresh mindset, because as I said, I was very frustrated with being stuck in Emerald on my NA account, so I decided to go do this. I didn't really have any expectations, I was just doing it for fun. I also was mostly playing top lane, just because that's what I had the most champs of. I did sprinkle in some jungle and mid lane, but for the most part, my climb came from top lane. So maybe I just suck at jungle this split, who knows? But also, it could be because I got lucky. I'll be honest, I had quite a few games where I think I probably should have lost, but we managed to turn around and a win. You could argue that's my ability to get carried, but you could also say that it was lucky and it probably wouldn't have happened in most cases. Either way, the point that I'm getting at is even if you believe that your region is better or worse, whatever, don't overthink it. There are so many different factors that it can be hard to pinpoint exactly what's causing it. So the only thing you should be comparing is to yourself. As long as you take into account general elo inflation over time, especially if Riot makes changes like adding an Emerald before, then you should be okay to compare yourself to your previous ranks on the same region. If you're wanting to compare yourself to your friends that are in a different region, pretend they're in the same region, but obviously there can be some differences. Doesn't really matter that much in the end though.